Hey guys, so I want to talk about something a little bit different today. I want to talk about how South Park makes an episode of South Park. Now, whether you're a fan of South Park or you absolutely hate it, I think that, like me, you'll find the way that they make an episode absolutely fascinating. Now, shows like Family Guy or The Simpsons take quite a while to make an episode, so they have to obviously script it, record all the voices, animate it, deliver it, and although they're often working on more than one episode at one time, that process of creating one episode from start to finish can often take anywhere as long as 6 months. But for an episode of South Park, one episode, the same process only takes them 6 days. 6 days, which is absolutely crazy.
Is there a season where you made the decision, like, we're gonna start turning it over in a week?
No, it just started happening, where we would do it in 2 weeks, and then we would do it, and oh my God, we just did a show in 10 days, I can't believe that was crazy. And then it was like, oh my God, it's 7 days, and it was like, oh my God, we just did it. And then it just turned into like, we just do a show a week, and it just kind of got there.
They start on a Thursday, they have it finished by Tuesday of the next week, and then it airs on Wednesday, and that's often how they're able to come up with such current affairs and current topics which are just happening in the news. Now, there's a few reasons they're able to get this done so quickly as opposed to other shows taking so long. I think technology definitely helps, and they've even said that themselves.
15 years ago, we were using $30,000 desktop boxes that were really specialized, and even they were like creeping slow compared to now, we just have Macs off the shelf. So basically the show can keep up with as fast as we can go.
The fact that they do their own voices, I think, speeds the whole process up a little bit.
If you're really sorry, then you understand why you aren't getting anything. Well, no, that doesn't really have any logical sense, Mommy.
But then again, you could say the exact same thing about Family Guy, because a lot of them record their own voices, and obviously The Simpsons, they're going to have amazing technology as well. So what's different about South Park? I think the main reason that they're able to get it done in such a ridiculously short amount of time is the fact that they impose such a ridiculously tight deadline on themselves. Like, it's absolutely crazy that they do that. And that's why they get it done in that amount of time, is because they know they have to get it done by that time, because it's going to be aired.
There's a show on this Wednesday, and we don't even know what it is. And like even though that's the way we've always done it, there's this little thing going, oh, you're screwed. You're screwed.
Now, not to get too deep in this, but there is this law called Parkinsons Law. I first heard about it in the 4-Hour Workweek by Tim Ferriss, and it states that work expands so as to fill the time available for its completion. Now, if you've ever been a student and pulled an all-nighter, you'll know exactly what this feels like. You only have one night to get a certain amount of work done, and often you get it done in that one night because that's the only time that you've got. You have to get it done by then, so you get it done. And I think that's the exact same reason that South Park is able to get something done. Essentially, what they're doing is they're pulling 5 or 6 all-nighters in a row. If you watch the footage of them in the middle of that process, it's fascinating. You actually see them going through that. You see them using the same sort of language that you'd use in an all-nighter. They describe it as brutal.
Which just means it just becomes brutal because...
And that they hate writing.
I hate writing so much.
There's lots of eating of junk food. Trey Parker even says, I'm pretty scared right now because I'm at this point and I still have X amount of stuff to do, I think.
I'm pretty scared right now because I'm up to 28 pages and I still have 5 scenes still to write. and each scene's about a minute long usually.
And my favorite line is when he describes a Big Mac as a little bit of sunshine.
I just hate it so much that it's just a little sunshine.
Yeah, but the fact is, they get it done. So working like that doesn't leave any time for distractions, and it also doesn't leave any time for writer's block. There literally just isn't any time for it.
Can stress help comedy?
It's not that I don't think it helps comedy, but it helps writer's block for sure.
Yeah.
Like, that's the biggest thing, is that you just squash writer's block. Because it's like, okay, well, whatever, especially on Tuesday when it's like, dude, we still have to fill all these holes, and it's like, okay, well, clock's ticking.
Right.
And it's like, well, this idea isn't very good. It's like, too bad, do it.
So they go through this process of working really hard and trying to create something, and then they often come across this second part that comes with most creative projects, and that is incredible amounts of self-doubt.
Almost every week on Sunday or Monday, I'm pretty bummed out. I'm pretty much just like, ugh. Always like Sunday and Monday, I'm like, oh my God, this is the show. This thing sucks.
How are you feeling about the episode?
Terrible. I'm embarrassed.
But hey, they've got this deadline which they have to keep to, so they get it finished. And that's the important bit. They get it finished.
That's the reason that there's so many episodes of South Park we're able to get done, is because there just is a deadline and you can't keep going. Because there'd be so many shows that I'm like, no, it's not ready yet, not ready. And I would have spent 4 weeks on one show.
They'd love to have more time, but that just isn't an option. So instead, they just get it finished. It's maybe not up to the standard that they want, and I think that also kind of goes along with the spirit of the show as well, but the important bit is that they finish it off and they get it done. There's this YouTube video called Finished Not Perfect, and I think it kind of sums this whole thing up perfectly, really. It's so easy when you're creating something to try and make it perfect, or to try procrastinate and put it off, or to get distracted, or to get writer's block, but sometimes it's just important to get it finished. It doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to be finished. Just finish something off and put it out there into the world, and that's what they do in South Park. You know, they just release it. It doesn't matter what it's like, they just put it out there into the world.
If you want to be a concept artist for future films, start designing characters and environments for an animated film that you made up. The key thing there is that you do it, and the most important part is that you finish it.
So next time you want to make a video, or you want to start some sort of creative project or something like that, then try imposing a ridiculously tight deadline on yourself, and then make sure that it is finished and not perfect. Hey guys, thanks for making it this far all the way through the video. I do appreciate it. Yeah, I wanted to try something a little bit different today. I'd had the idea for this video for quite a few months, but I didn't have enough time to record it. Ironically enough, I know, but I knew I was going to release a video this week, and I thought last night I would stay up and write a script, which I did until about 3 AM, and I'm going to be recording this today and then editing it and releasing it on the same day today as well. So yeah, I just wanted a little bit of that South Park spirit to put something out there that is finished and not necessarily perfect. In fact, definitely not perfect. Probably quite unhappy with how this turned out, but you know, there we go. If you do want to check out more of my videos, they will be over there. There'll be 2 videos popping up there. Please do subscribe down below. And I think that's it. That's it. Just gonna waste some time, really. Just wasting time. Are we there yet? Almost.